brothers and sisters, generals, family members, and I know if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you are strong and you are striving to be, man, as perfect as we possibly can. Perfect intentions is always good. So we can keep on developing and keep on being righteous in this present so we can be ready for the future, because ain't nothing wrong with being ready, because when we are ready, we don't have to get ready. And that's mind, body, and soul. See, hear, and feel. And keep on taking care of that good old psyche. You guys, whoever listen, current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view, I salute you. And may that great divine bring that power in our lives and make us be the generals that we set out to be, through the challenges and so-called storms. That's what our ancestors did. Our ancestors. I will always honor thy ancestors. Don't care what nobody say, and that's far and near, because that's, like I said, Shaka Zulu, the spirit of Shaka Zulu, in those times, and the warriors that fought with him, brother or sister, and many others like them, before them, or around that era, a little further down the road. Anyone that fought for humanity through tooth and nail with the least amount of tools. Thank you, Malcolm X. So I will never have disrespect on thy ancestors, and everybody can have their own beliefs and knowing. For one, I don't believe in the word belief. Guess what? I've learned that from some great teachers, and that's what helped me become a teacher. Suggest, teach, and give advice. But go back to Shaka Zulu. He would laugh at some of us, the things, what he did. He didn't have nothing, but his heart and his fierce divine abilities. We're going to get into that, brothers and sisters. Divine power is undeniable. And Malcolm X and many others like them, brother or sister, that didn't give in to this so-called matrix. I hate this fucking matrix. You know what I'm saying? I hate this whole stupid ass system. I real talk. I do, and I don't like that word hate, but anything that's manipulative and makes people, messes with people's minds and stuff like that, I'm not into that. I'm into being true to oneself and teaching that to others via family, children, or significant other. Because again, divine power is undeniable. So we keep on planting those seeds, and it's more than just a saying or a phrase. We do reap what we sow. It's just a matter of time, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I want to get into sowing seeds. Now, while we're on this divine walk, or whatever kind of journey we on, we better be righteous. It's not an argument. Again, what is the opposite of righteousness? Being toxic, evil, unaware, willy-nilly flowing through life. I call it free falling, as I like to call it, with no purpose. It's just a train wreck waiting to happen. Bam! And that's exactly what happened. So whatever kind of purpose we have, again, it's not just speaking on no podium or having no damn platform. It's just being the righteous brother or sister we can possibly be while we on this walk. So if we care about life, if we care about humanity, if we care about ourselves, we'll try to be the righteous brother and sister we possibly can. And that's family member too. Because it comes a time, through the mix of having fun and a sense of humor I always bring up. We laugh when we can. But there are times in our lives when it's time to stop playing, pick up the range and take the bulls by the horn, and exude that power that great divine has given all our melanated brothers and sisters. Actually, everybody. Again, I looked that up. Everyone has a divine ability. Look it up. Just a matter of tapping into it. But I will say, this is facts. Melanated brothers and sisters, we have a deeper divine power. It's things that we can do that other cultures or races can't do. And this is a theory and an opinion I had on cultures and race. To me, now it's just a theory, my opinion now. This is the things that when we explore things in our lives and our brains and knowledge and, things like that, we come across stuff, astrology, all kinds of stuff when we connect to that universe. And I get to my banner here in a minute, EBXCARES gear, wear and gear. And but I'll get back to that. But I had a theory. Culture to me is attached to color. A race doesn't have color. Now, anyone that hears that or hear me say that can draw their own conclusions from that in their own opinion. Again, this is just my side of the moon. Now, I said it in the song, actually. Culture is a color, not a race. A race is something, I don't know where that word even came from, how it even came into connection with culture. Because I think race and culture is two different things. Culture sounds like something colorful. I mean, it's just my opinion. What anybody that hear this, just let me know in the comments what you think. That's what it sounds like to me. Culture sounds like a color. Culture is brown, light brown, dark brown. It's something with color. That's just my opinion. That's what I mean. You hear the word culture, that's what it sounds like. Now, a race sounds like something that's only one color, and that's all. That's what I look at when I say race. And I have to say, there are certain entities that are a race that aren't a culture. They are a race. But those of color, we are culture. So that's just my opinion. That's another podcast. That's just a little theory, something that was tinkering around in my spirit. Again, just say that word. Listen to the word culture. It sounds like something of variety, color. You know what I mean? A race just sounds like stern race. It's just one thing, one color. There's no varieties, no variety. That's what a race is to me. And to me, cultures, whether it's Indian, anyone of color, anyone brown, whether it's Puerto Rican, Mexican, Latino, Caribbean, African, of course, Jamaican, anyone of that kind of culture, anyone that's brown, beige, anything other than white, to me is a culture. Just my opinion and theory. So, but of course, we have to do some deep researching because the history has just been so mangled and rewritten and all kind of stuff. But I won't get too far into that, because when we have that divine power, brother or sister, young or old, family member, it doesn't matter what this world try to throw at us. Divine power is undeniable. So I don't care what's going on. Anybody listening to this, brother, sister, young or old, family, I don't give a damn what's going on. You keep forging forward, especially if you got a right heart. And I was listening to a clip about a brother that was talking about being humble, which I agree, because you got to be careful with that humble thing. And I've talked about being humble in the past, but I'm not talking about a soft humble. When we're fired up and that divine has given us that power of discernment, we'll know what or who to be humble to and what not to be humble to. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not talking about soft, gullible, let person, place, or thing walk all over us humble. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being humble when we encountering someone that maybe wants our advice or something we're trying to help, or someone that's with us, that's riding along, like we got a general or something that's with us and not against us, that we can be humble with or humble to. If we're trying to teach someone something, like our children, we can be humble in that area. But I'm not talking about those who, I don't know, either aren't aware or don't want to be aware, and especially those who are caught up in social media and looking for clicks and views and likes. Oh no, that I'm telling you, this matrix is a very, very powerful thing, and in order to make it through this so-called matrix, you better know that it's very, very powerful, and it can have us caught up in this web without us even knowing it. So that's why you always hear me say we have to take our sights above and beyond, because most podcasts I'm either up in the sky, over the city, I'm in mountains, I'm somewhere in nature, because that's what I'm keeping my mind. I refuse to be stuck down here in these little spaces, because the great divine is everywhere. It can be everywhere at once, as well as Mother Nature. It's a very, very powerful thing. It's not this little small thing we put in a small box, as I always say. It's a very, very powerful, great force. And I always give the example. If you want to know how great Mother Nature is and that great divine force is, look at the earth as a little bitty crumb. That's what the earth is like. Great divine sees us as little small ants. So how dare we think we can rule the world? You're a fool, because the great divine can blow all of us off this earth, Mother Nature, and replenish and start all over. I bring that up every now and then. That's what keeps me humble. Now that right there, that's the kind of humble I'm talking about. Humble to that great divine. I'm not talking about person, place, or thing. It's up to, when we encounter person, place, or thing, it's up to them. If they take our kindness for weakness. Because when I'm learning on this walk, and I'm sure others learn, my generals, brother or sister, family member, that kindness can be our weapon. Don't look at it as a weakness. Because again, when we have that divine power of discernment, we'll know what to be kind, who to be kind to and what not. So use our kindness as a weapon, don't have to react to everything. That's what makes a stern, steadfast, powerful brother or sister. We use our kindness as a weapon. As long as it's nothing not hurting us physically, or our way of life. Now that's different. Again, I said this many times and other brothers and sisters say this. Salute. It's nothing no one don't already know. But every brother or sister, young or old, I don't give a damn, have a right. Righteous brother or sister have a right to defend themselves, because righteousness and positivity doesn't mean we soft. No, it just means we're looking. I always say it's a means for creating a better life. That's what positivity is about. Looking through our eyes, looking through the lens of that great divine. I'm telling you, and you'll never go wrong. I've lived my whole life like this, even when I wasn't somewhat aware. That divine spirit is always there. As I like how that rhymes. But like I've said in the past, brothers and sisters, the divine voice has always been there. That voice has always been loud, but it was amplified at one time, like million, trillion, billion years ago, But again, that divine voice hasn't faded away. It's still there. It's just that some of us stopped listening to it. That divine voice and that divine power has always been there, as well as Mother Nature. So, but I wanted to talk about my banner a little bit here, and I'm going to get into why. I know we hear sowing seeds a lot, but I want to break it down. We're gonna go deep. We're gonna get to the depths of the ocean, why it's important what we reap, what we sow. Because one day we're gonna get old, right? Not always gonna be young, But if we embrace our age, we start getting a little older, Fighting against it just make you look old, Embrace our age and just take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul, brother or sister, young or old. Man, I be rhyming. And just do what we can to take care of ourselves. And we'll keep ourselves looking good and looking young, especially melanated brothers and sisters. We can't just throw that phrase around, black don't crack. Yeah, black don't crack, but we have to do things to make sure it doesn't crack, Because if we don't take care of ourselves, and this for me too now, I don't want to be like I'm telling everybody else to do this and do that. No, this for me too. We have to do things our body speaks to us. So listen, as well as that divine voice, and take care of ourselves the best way we can. Again, that's for me too. But I want to go back to my banner here. And this is part of this on my banner. This is something actually my son's mother, I would say my sister-in-law. I call her my sister-in-law. She gave me this, and my children, and I thank my children and my sister-in-law for giving me the gifts for Father's Day. So that's what this was for. And my son told me Happy Father's Day. And I have 2 daughters and 1 other son. I have, again, I said before, I got 5 kids, 2 daughters, 3 boys. 2 of my daughters are spread out there in other cities and states. And one's Andrea, one's Naya. And I got a son named Elijah. And I haven't spoke to them in a while. And I bring that up every now and then. And it's a long story, but I love them. And I know they're doing great, because when you're in that divine zone, everyone's in your circle that you love and care about, they're protected. Even the ones you really don't know, they're protected too. If you have encountered me in my life, you are protected. And because I have no hate in thee. That's not divine. I might make mistakes and be misunderstandings and do little goofy things or whatever. But hate in thee, nah, that's not divine at all. You can't carry hate in you and then talk righteousness. It's just not going to work. At some point, it's going to be a collision. Train wreck waiting to happen. Bam. So that's why we stay right. And things like this on my banner will happen, and this for any brother or sister that has sown seeds and gotten things. I'm not special. As many brothers and sisters just like me, whether you're on a podium or not, or just in life and just doing good, period. But I'm going to get into sowing seeds. I want to break it down. I got to do my summaries. But this is on my banner here. And my sister-in-law, she does art. She does very good artwork. She's like a interior decorator. She can do birthday parties, and she is so good. She can like decorate get a birthday party ready and decorations and all that. I swear she does it in like 20-30 minutes. She's that good, and it'd be perfect. She's very efficient. But I thought this was so cool when I saw it. It's like the coffee cup with my name on it, and a hat with my name on it. Then I have like a little notepad where I can jot down stuff, and it has my name on it. And it's wonderful, and I just thought it was cool. So that's why I put this on my banner. And I was using this as a representation of when we sow seeds, that universe will give back. Of course, sometimes it's through people. It can be person, place, or thing. And it's lovely when it's through people. And it's not always gifts that we get back, that we, when we sow something. It can be something from a person. It can be a positive word, somebody we pass through on the street. It can be a positive brother we see on social media. If we in them right circles, and we're not always looking to be entertained, we're looking to learn. We connect to the righteous brothers and sisters. We'll also see those seeds we sow in brothers and sisters online. Real talk. And again, I always reiterate, those I have learned from. I used to be, like I say, the only platform I've ever been on. I haven't been in this chat room in a while, but brothers and sisters, I've watched platforms, and I just want to show them honor and commend them. I will always acknowledge those that help the brother, that whether it's family or brother and sister in the world or online. I always bring that up because, again, I was one that didn't speak. I didn't always speak. I was one that used to just listen, and it just inspired me, to speak and give what that great divine has put in me and put it out to the world and keep sowing them seeds. So back to my banner, like I said, it's just a representation of sowing seeds. And and my children gave me a nice gift for Father's Day, as well as their love. And it's just wonderful when we connect. Now, it's not always easy all the time, but when we stay focused and we research and read and analyze and don't jump off our impulses, as I always talk about, and just, and ask questions and look for solutions. I'm telling you, we'll breeze through this life, through the challenges, because I don't want to make I never want to come off like I always say, though, like righteousness and positivity is something like we're floating on some damn cloud. No, we got to live in reality too. We got to be real too. False sense of reality, man. I won't even get into it. We already know what'll happen if we're living in a false sense of reality. But when we real and true to oneself, to the pit of that soul, we will reap what we sow. I'm always rhyming. I'm telling you, y'all, I do music. I write rhymes. I've been writing rhymes for years, so it's embedded in one's soul, and that's a good example. When we're committed to being right. Now, again, not trying to be this perfect individual, but when we have done it for so long and over time, those divine gifts and abilities and that divine power will be embedded in our soul. We won't even have to try anymore. It will become seventh nature. That's right, seventh nature. We got to think powerful like that. We got to change this whole narrative. As I say, we're not no damn lead. We are leaders. Whoops. We are not followers. We are leaders and teachers. I would drill that into our soul with a student spirit. And it's beautiful. We ain't no damn followers. We got those that ride along with us, because we all have divine abilities and or gifts, especially melanated brothers and sisters. Just do what? Go inside and pull that power out, man, and stop laying on our gifts. Those that's being afraid to, show our gifts, show it. I do it. I don't care. Once we get into that realm of we don't give a damn, we don't care, again, not about things that are important. I'm not talking about not caring about things that are important. I'm talking about not caring about what person, place, or thing thinks. Once we get to that point, we off and running. Real talk. Just stick with that great divine, that position that divine has us in. That divine has all of us in a certain position for a reason. We just got to see that voice and have our eyes open and see that clarity, that divine clarity. I'm telling you. And we'll see sights over the whole world, just like I show in my banner sometimes. I show views over the whole world. Last couple podcasts I did, I show little video clips of looking out over the whole world. Cause man, I want to be able to see things so I can teach others and be able to suggest, teach, and give advice. Cause it's not easy all the time. I know it's not. That's why we need brothers and sisters out here to encourage us, and those who are real and true to the pit of the soul, and not about manipulation and clicks and hits, because all that will come because we reap what we sow. All right, now I want to get into a summary, my brothers and sisters. So let's have another meditative moment. And I appreciate all those who comment, ride along, and listen to anything I say or my son and I, Lord Lamont. Our father and son discussions. We'll have music in the future. And I have music on SoundCloud. And I mentioned it in the past, but I didn't say my name. It's all EBX. SoundCloud, I think it's EBX. Yes, EBX on SoundCloud, EBXCARES. I mean, just type it in. It should come up. Then I got music on Rap Fame, which is an app in Play Store. And it's Brother X Cares on there, you know. And Facebook is Brother X Cares. And then you can check me out on X. It's EBXCARES at Spellbreaker on X, what used to be Twitter, but now X. I put music on there. So, and of course I got music on here. And my son's music is on here also. No Slaves, Breathe. And a song me and him collabed on. We collabed on Breathe, and we collabed on Keep Your Mind Right. And it's right here on my channel if you want to check it out. So I'll bring that up every now and then. And a salute to 5+VE. They also do letters and embroidery and stuff on hats and stuff. But this is not theirs on my banner here. But I got other stuff on my channel that I showed on my banners. And they also did They did 2 hats for me. No, it was 4 hats and 2 t-shirts and 2 sweaters they did. So salute 5+VE. And there is not an email. I always want to say email. It's not an email. It's a link. And their link is at 5creativehouse.com. At 5creativehouse.com. And it's a cool brother and sister. They're a wonderful couple. And again, we work in the same plaza, and that's their link. And they call 5+VE. And I bring them up here because I told the brother I was gonna support him because he supported me. He told me I had some good content. So salute to that brother and his fiance and their daughter. So salute to them and that great divine, you know, make them prosper and protect their business and them, you know, and anyone like them. So salute to 5+VE, you know, anyone that's have their own melanated brother and sister that have their own business. It's wonderful. You know, it can be challenging, but do what we got to do to keep that righteous foundation strong and firm. But my sister-in-law did this on my banner. She does this, and don't you think look at it, then she did a wonderful job. It's on my thumbnail too. But again, this is a representation of when we reap what we sow, you know, when we stay at it, you know, because sometimes, you know, great divine gifts, things we set out to do and goals that we're trying to reach. Sometimes it comes soon, sometimes it comes later, but it will come. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, you know. And when you got that divine confidence, you know that. So what do I always say, brothers and sisters? Enjoy the freaking journey. Never focus on the destination, because to be honest, and I say this, you know, there is no destination until we what? And a lot of us know this until we transition. So just enjoy the journey and keep planting them seeds. All right, so let's have another meditative moment. All right. In fact, seeds have always been considered a metaphor for survival and rebirth. Seeds are small but complicated and mysterious. They have the ability to pause their growth for months or years and yet still be alive and come out of their inactivity at the right divine moment. And that's how a lot of us, you know, some of us are. That's kind of how I am. You know, I don't care about being in the spotlight. I don't care about status, because if you heard many of my podcasts or videos, I always say status is a state of mind, just like success. So when you become self-aware, mind, body, and soul, and you're not hurting nobody, you have no hate, and you've dealt with that enemy deep within, because that's the enemy we need to worry about before we even get to the outside enemy. Once we've conquered those things, I mean, really have conquered them, where it's seventh nature, you know, it's nothing to us. You know, life can be a breeze, even through the challenges, because when you analyze and you pay attention to things, you know, you'll know what to do when you encounter a challenge or you come into it. And that's whether it's with person, place, or thing, significant other, children, job, something in the world, just in life in general, you know, and you focus on that seed. But I'm gonna go back to, that's why I say I don't care about the limelight and all that, because when you got divine confidence, you know who you are, you know, and let that great divine be our spotlight. So we be that small seed that nobody sees, but we keep growing and we keep cultivating and we keep sticking with our divine spirit, and we cultivate our craft or our gift or whatever we're doing. I'm not just talking about speaking, whatever gift that is, something beyond. And I like hip hop and all that, but I'm talking about something beyond hip hop, sports, acting in movies, anything beyond that. There's so many, like I said in the definition I looked up, there's so many great divine abilities that we have inside of melanated brothers and sisters. We have to dive in deep and pull them out. There are many, because great divine Mother Nature loves variety, So, and they say, I think we've heard that saying. There was a phrase. Correct me if I say it wrong, but they say we all created equal. No, we're not. No, we're not all equal. We're all individuals. Great divine made us all different individuals for a reason, so we can learn things, help one another, and we have to go through the growth spurt. So we'll know to be strong, so we know to focus on our weaknesses, and I reiterate, study any weaknesses that we have in our body, mind, body, and soul, see, hear, and feel in the psyche. Any weaknesses we have, especially when it comes to social media, the sways of the world via news, celebs, artists, pinpoint our emotions so we don't let fear mongering take us over, know what to listen to, know what not to listen to, stay focused on what's important, of course, family, children, significant other, never take the light off of that, let that great divine be our spotlight. Again, be like that small seed, and cultivate however long it takes, work on thyself. I don't care how long it takes, and then come out on fire, be a force to be reckoned with, like that great divine, But again, we have to have the art of not giving a damn what person, place, or thing thinks. And again, it's not just those who have a platform, just in life in general. And work on whatever gift, especially if it's righteous, nothing bad now or evil. If we're working toward a righteous goal, don't care if no one listening. The great divine is always listening. But guess what, brothers and sisters? There's always someone listening. So you just got to keep that in mind, But don't focus on that. I'm talking about in life in general. And I'm just talking about something on social media. Remember, we go above and beyond these little small ass spaces, because that great divine is the most powerful force that we'll ever encounter. I don't care what else we run into in this life. Mother Nature and that great divine is the highest force that we'll ever encounter. So that's what we got to do. We got to be parallel with that great divine and look at the earth as small. It's like I'm telling you, it's like a little pebble. It's nothing. It's nothing to that great divine. That's why I say that great divine laughs at those that think they're powerful. We need to sit down and take a seat to that great divine. That's who we be humble to. The great divine. Yeah, that's who we be humble to all day, every day. And that great divine will be humble to us. We always say what we put out is what we got dang gonna get back. So we hear that a lot, but hey, some don't, I don't know. Some don't think that's real until they actually live doing something toxic, and then they find out. So let's not do that. Let's prevent things from happening. As we always say, ounce of prevention is worth a pound of freaking cure. Man. Yeah, so keep cultivating a little, the seed, because seeds always grow. When you keep planting it, keep putting that righteous divine water on it, it will grow eventually. Just stay at it, keep chipping away, and that goes with jobs, dealing with individuals, things in the world, or toxic things that try to take you out of character, take you off your square. No, skirt. You stay one with that divine spirit deep within. And I'm not playing, real talk. So what is the moral lesson learned from parable of the sower? When you see results, you see results in ourselves, and we see it in others, and we see it manifesting in our lives, and it's wonderful when we actually see it, when we're not just speaking on it, not trying to sound intelligent or trying to sound all cosmic. Man, when we actually see it in our lives and in others' lives, whether it's in our significant other or children or a friend or someone on a job or just in life in general, it's beautiful. That's what make it all worth it. And you touch someone's soul, whether brother or sister, young or old. Y'all know I'm always rhyming. And that's what make it all worth it. I'm telling you, even if you reach one, teach one. I know that's kind of cliche, but it's true. That's what make it all worth it. When we're not caught up in attention and views and all that, be hungry for life. Be hungry for humanity. Be hungry for raising our young sons and raising our daughters, because we in some weird ass, crazy ass times, And I mean, it all depends on how we perceive it, how we look at it. It can be weird and crazy, but that's why we analyze. That's why you hear so many of us say, you better know thyself. It is no joke. I'm serious. It's no joke, because again, I've been, I know what it's like to not be aware, and I bring it up. I'm talking about way, way back in the day. We talking about decades ago. I used to be a straight up asshole, just didn't know shit, and in this, and you do a little reflection, not just for me now. I know everybody's walk is different, but do a little reflection from time to time, something I do. And I just think back how one thinking was. It was just crazy how I used to think, So again, it's never too late, but don't wait too late, so we can enjoy the good part of our life. That's why we do all these righteous things, not to be this, tell everybody else, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. No, it's so we can live the best life we can possibly live and be aware of things, So when we transition, we can transition with a smile on our face. Real talk. So, and that's what it's all about. Real talk. So it won't come to an abrupt stop. We want to be remembered for the great, wonderful things that we did or tried to do while we was on this planet. Because that's what that great divine and Mother Nature developed us for. Not to be beefing and fighting and taking our gifts and using them to squander our money and mess up people's lives. It's ridiculous, why? Just do right, especially those who claiming to be right. And one thing I'm getting sick of now, there are pastors that mean well out there now, because I've actually met a pastor like my mom's pastor. Now he's cool, but it's a lot of pastors out there that's falling off. I'm telling you, that's why you have a lot of individuals like falling back from these churches. Some of these churches better get together now. I'm not trying to, act like I know more than nobody, nothing like that. But hey, I'm not no pastor, because I'm not in religion, but hey, if I can do it, anyone do it. I'm not special, but hey, if I can do it, anyone do it. Because as many of us, I've been through the fire, we've been through some impossible things, and a lot of us get tested every now and then. I go through tests too. I always get tested. Like I spoke on lusting. Lusting was, I would say, used to be kind of a challenge, but I've conquered it. But how do we know? And this is just one thing, everybody has their own thing, but lusting can be a big one, but how do we know we've conquered lusting? When we're tested. So, and I get, sometimes we get those tests, but like you say, when you study on knowing thyself, it's not even a test anymore. It's like a whatever. It doesn't even mean anything to you. You start seeing sex and love and being with your significant other. You start wanting the realism. You start wanting to be one with each other. You start shaking things off. Stuff is just like, you get sick of it. You don't do the same things anymore. When you start becoming one with that great divine spirit. So now it's nothing. Now I see something. Getting tested. Now I see it before it comes, and it's beautiful when we can get to that space. And that's brother, sister, general, family member. So man, I'm telling you, divine power all day, every day is undeniable when we stay with it and we keep on sowing those seeds. So current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view my generals, salute, brother, sister, generals, family, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now, and do whatever we can. And I'm not just talking about platforms, in life in general, brother or sister or family. Man, invest in that divine pure, that divine power. So, we can be ready for things. Look up divine, it's not a joke. Real talk, that divine spirit. So we can be ready for things, so we can, keep our righteous presence strong, so we can be ready for the future. Because all day, every day, divine power is undeniable. Salute.